Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Saturday. As you can tell, well, you can't tell right now by me just saying that, but it is 8:02. It's Saturday night. I hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend and a great day. My day was terrible, so there is that. I know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade or make a spicy lemon margarita. Or just throw the lemons away and sulk all day. Any one of those. So listen, this, I know, didn't I say earlier where I was like, I am really trying to be more intentional with how I look, and I'm going to present myself better. And then this happened. The headband, it is hiding my hairline that is in severe need of a coloring, and I have to reach out to Tony to schedule something. Tony, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, because I don't know that you watch any of my Real Housewives videos. But if you do, reach out to me and let me know what you have available, because this is terrible. This headband does not match this, so I have no makeup on. And I just ate a large amount of cheese. So there we go. But I hope you were having a great weekend. Let's get into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This past week, on Thursday, I was seriously sitting on my bed, and I was like, and it was 8:01, and I thought, and I said, what am I going to watch tonight? I don't know. Maybe I'll watch The Pit. Maybe I'll start watching Traitors. And then it dawned on me, oh my God, Beverly Hills is on. That is how boring it is. So let's get into it. I'm going to start this off by saying I love Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Tilly is the absolute best part of this show this year, without a doubt. Number two in the position of who I love most is Rachel Zoe. And then everybody else can fuck off. Everybody else is just boring. Boring! Jennifer Tilly, I love her because they're going to go hiking, and it's like the vortex, there's like a vortex energy hub or something like that. And Jennifer Tilly's like, I don't know what the vortex is. I don't know what it does, but I'm going to make sure that I'm fabulous. So that if aliens come down to the vortex, they can be like, well, she's fabulous. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely love Jennifer Tilly. Please make Jennifer Tilly a full-time housewife. I want to see her. I want to see all of her houses. I want to see her purse collection. I want to go into her closet. I love Jennifer Tilly. Nothing can make me hate Jennifer Tilly. Okay. On the other end of the spectrum, not loving Amanda at all. So they're in Sedona, they're going hiking. And Sutton's like, we got to head out because the longer we wait, the hotter it gets. Amanda has to be like, I have sunscreen in my Chanel backpack. And listen, I'm not a fan of Sutton's, but honestly, yeah, listen, couture, Chanel couture, yes, please. It's fabulous. A Chanel backpack. Do you really need to take a label to walk up a mountain in Sedona in the middle of nowhere? Really? Every time she comes on screen, it gives Dana Wilkie vibes. $25,000, $25,000 every single time. Okay, so there's two groups of people who are doing activities. There's the hikers, there's the shoppers. So Jennifer Tilly, Sutton, Kyle, Erica and Amanda, they're going hiking. They're going to walk up. They're going to walk up. They're going to hike up to the top of the mountain in a vortex. And then Rachel, Bose, and Rachel, Bose, and Dorit are going shopping. I'm going to tell you what, the lady who is doing the thing that I would want to do, that's Kathy. Kathy is laying in bed, eating, snacking, and watching videos. That's what I would be. That's what I would want to be doing. It's a vacation. I don't want to go and bust my butt. And when the ladies go shopping, though, money cannot be that tight for money can't be that tight for Dorit. She spent like $482 at the one store. I mean, money can't be that tight. Okay, so for the vortex hiking, they got to walk 1.5 miles up this mountain. No, ma'am. No, thank you. And then and on the way there, Amanda's like complaining or sort of complaining about Jennifer Tilly talking. And Erica was like, listen, that's an Oscar-nominated actress. And listen, she didn't say this, but I'm going to say this. Jennifer Tilly is a fucking icon. Who are you? Is anybody going to remember your name in like 20 years? I'm just going to say, probably not. Okay, they get to the top. Erica and Kyle are talking. Erica tells her about her visit to Dorit's house. And Dorit is is a little, it brought up the fact that, listen, you really didn't support me like I thought that you would support me. Meaning like you didn't have my back how I would have your back. Like Dorit wants her to be like, screw PK. He's an asshole. F him. And she didn't do that. Erica's advice was, Erica at first was like, listen, she's overwhelmed right now. Dorit's a little overwhelmed. Maybe what you should do is, and plus she's also it's new and it's fresh that you guys are like working on your friendship. So both those things combine. Maybe like don't bring up the topic of PK or the topic of the divorce. And Kyle's like, but that's all she talks about. Which, I mean, she's going to talk about it because that's what she's going through. I mean, she's going through a lot. But here's what I think. So Kyle had said that when she was at Dorit's, she was like, I just smiled and said, hey, I'm here and I support you. So maybe that's just what you do. Okay, at shopping, Dorit talks about the visit, Kyle's visit as well. And she says that Kyle is not being as supportive as I would like her to be. Like, Bose says that, Kyle wants to make, this kind of surprised me, but she said, Kyle wants to make the effort, but you're really not letting her in. Maybe, and no, let me not get ahead of myself. But Dorit then brought up at Jennifer Tilly's party, like after the painting, and they were sitting around, and Dorit had said all these things about that PK is doing, that she feels like he's doing all these hurtful things on purpose, to hurt her on purpose. And Kyle was like, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. And that hurt her feelings. And Rachel had said, I see how that hurts you because you have that expectation that your friend's always going to have your back and always going to ride for you. I feel like if Dorit's not letting her in, it's because of like this, all of these little things that she sees Kyle doing that makes her think, I don't know that I can trust her. And Dorit says something like, you know, it's one thing to say something, but you have to back it up in actions. Like, actions speak much louder than words do. Okay. And then back to like Erica and Kyle. Kyle said she spoke to Mo about this. And Mo was like, well, PK is saying something different. PK is saying that Dorit's the one that's making it hard on him. Like, she's blocking his ability to see the kids, which, you know, maybe if she is, oh, that was an update, NFL update, Denver won. We wanted Buffalo. Okay, I just told everybody in my video. So if you wanted Denver to win, hooray. If you wanted Buffalo to win like we did, oh, damn it. Okay, so back to the Housewives. I mean, if she's doing that, then she would be, I would think, maybe she's doing that because as like revenge, like he's making it tough on her and she's making it tough on him. Who knows? Or maybe if she's doing it, maybe she's doing it because she doesn't think he's a great influence. Who knows? But listen, I agree with Erica. Erica said, don't get in the middle. And I would just tell Mauricio, please, when we talk, don't tell me anything about this. I don't want to know. But you know, Kyle won't do that. But I agree. I agreed with a lot of things Erica said in this episode, and that's kind of surprising. So the ladies get back to the resort after they do their hiking and their shopping. And dinner, the ladies are cooking dinner for themselves. Once again, I'm with Erica. You're on vacation. You're at a resort. Do they not have chefs? Do they not have personal chefs? Why did you decide to go there? It's in the middle of nowhere. And they don't have some chefs? Do they have a pool? I don't know, but I'm asking myself, is Sutton Brown on a budget? Because Sutton Strack would never. Would never. I think she's on a budget. Okay, so Kyle and Amanda are talking, and Amanda's like, hey, did Sutton have an assistant by the name of like Avi or Avery or Avi or Ari or... And Kyle's like, yeah, Avi. So as it turns out, Amanda's friend was out and met this guy who ran into a guy who mentioned that he used to work for Sutton. And Amanda's friend was like, oh, my friend Amanda knows Sutton. And this guy, who obviously was Avi, had said, well, tell Amanda to call me. I can give her all the dirt on Sutton. So Amanda never called, but she's like, do you think I should mention it to her? Because I want to let her know that he's out here trying to talk shit on her. And Kyle's like, you should. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Kathy Hilton is making her pasta primavera. They're not even done. They're still cutting up vegetables for this pasta primavera. So here comes Amanda. Amanda's in there. Sutton's late. Sutton's really late. And Amanda, honestly, she keeps talking. She keeps talking about it. And then she says, punctuality isn't super important to me. I stay up late, but listen, punctuality is not important to me, but you keep mentioning it. So, isn't it though? I mean, I do understand because if somebody is the hostess and they're like that late? I don't want to eat dinner that late. Listen, I wouldn't have even showed up. I would have been like, dinner isn't ready. I'm going. No. I'm not trying to choke down some pasta and some chicken at 12:30 in the morning. That's not what we're doing. And then I go to bed, I got to get up and poop. No, we're not doing that. Listen, and Jennifer Tilly's like, where's the personal chef? I mean, we're fancy Beverly Hills ladies. We don't cook. Some of us don't even eat, you know? So everybody's together. Sutton is there. They're cooking. They're making the chicken. They're sitting around talking. So Amanda brings up the Avi story just to let her know. She's like, I wanted to let you know because he's out here talking ish. And, you know, I didn't call him, but I want to let you know. I kind of wish she would have called him because I would like the tea. I would like the dish. I would like to know. And Avi, I guess, said to Amanda's friend, tell Amanda to hire me. So that would piss Sutton off. And Sutton is like, well, you should hire him. It wouldn't piss me off. She's doing her best to make it look like she's not affected by it. You can tell, despite what Sutton says, by the looks of it, she's hiding it. It does affect her. And in confessional, Jennifer Tilly's like, listen, I thought Avi, this whole thing of Avi being gone was temporary. And Avi thought that too, because Jennifer Tilly talked to him and he was like, I thought it was temporary too, which is making me wonder, is Sutton Brown on a budget? Like, is Sutton Brown having money issues? I don't want to say money issues, but is the money not flowing in as much as it was before because of this annulment? I don't know. Somebody in the comments let me know if when you get it annulled, does that stop the money coming in, like the spousal support coming in? Put in the comments. I might have to look at that. I might have to look that up. So I put, did she do this to save money? Amanda says, listen, I didn't bring this up. I didn't bring this up to hurt your feelings. But she was like, if my assistant, if I were you and my assistant was saying this, I would want to know. Sutton then says she doesn't feel like this is something that Avi would say. And it's giving like, I don't think he said it. And it's water under the bridge. We're not going to talk about it anymore. But here's the thing. They're getting up and after she says it's water under the bridge, and Sutton changes the topic and is like, okay, let's move to the table to eat dinner. When they were walking away, I think she might have, I don't know who she said it to, but Amanda very quietly said, now I have to go back to my friend for context. Why? Because if Sutton doesn't want to talk about it, and she says it's done and over with, and you were just bringing it up so Sutton knows that he's out here saying shit, then why would you need more context? Why would you need to know more? She's doing this to like get the attention. She's doing this because she's the newbie and she needs to cause some drama. That's what I'm saying. And I don't care what anybody says. You might think I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong. Okay. So in the kitchen, Sutton and Dorit are talking. Sutton admits to being like, I was nasty. I know I was nasty. She spoke to her mom, Reba. She spoke to her mom, who is a therapist. She's like, I spoke to my mom as a patient, and we figured out that I'm pushing my anger from my marriage onto others. Like, which, okay, but I thought that there was like, she seemed, you know, kind of over the fact that she was divorced. But I guess, I don't know, maybe she wasn't, because she didn't change her name, because she always thought, like, if there was anger over her marriage, why would she think that, why would she even want him back? Remember, she was like, I kept the last name Strack because there's a part of me that thought he would come back. That's not the case. Is she angry? Well, yeah, okay, let's not. I don't want to talk anymore about Sutton. So it's 12:48 a.m. 12:48 in the morning. It's 12 minutes before 1 o'clock in the morning. And you're sitting down, choking down some pasta and some chicken. No, ma'am. And then they're up and at him at 9:30 in the morning. So the next morning, Amanda and Erica, they're in the kitchen. Amanda's like, hey, listen, I think Sutton's mad at me. And here's what happened. Jennifer told Sutton that Amanda was complaining about her being late like the night before. And because Sutton came in and said something like, hey, Missy, I heard that you were talking about how I was late last night. And Amanda thinks that maybe her, you know, telling her about Avi carried over, and now Sutton is mad at Amanda. And Amanda said, it hurts my soul that Sutton's taking it out on me for bringing up Avi. Girl, you're not made for this. You're not made to be a housewife. You're not made to be a housewife. This needs to be your only season. That's not the only reason why. Rachel comes in, they're talking, and she mentions how her friend is a life coach. And immediately, like, you know, Amanda's listening. And Rachel's friend had asked her to, like, had asked Rachel to, like, manifest a man for herself. And of course, you know, Amanda then had to one-up her, and she's like, oh, I manifest all the time, and I manifested a man. I wanted a man, and I wanted a man who was an Abercrombie and Fitch model. So I manifested him. You know, it's so crazy because Eddie told me, you know, I modeled outside of the Abercrombie and Fitch store. And then they show a picture of Eddie from like 20 years ago, or not 20 years ago, like from a while ago, you know, and he has washboard abs, and he's wearing some old yellow banana hammock or something. Ugh, listen, you cannot tell me that none of these women like this woman. Because before they were talking about this whole manifesting, Amanda was talking about how terrible her sleep score is, and then continued to talk on it, and neither of the ladies paid any attention to her. None of them can stand her. I'm going to tell you that right now. None of them can stand her. So there's more shopping during the day. Rachel, Erica, and Amanda, they're riding in one of the vehicles. Amanda is nonstop talking on her cell phone about this business call. On and on and on and on. Listen, as someone who in the past had taken public transportation, had commuted via public transportation into Pittsburgh, there have been many a times in the morning and in the night that I've heard people on the phone and on a speakerphone talking about business and taking a business call. Quit stunting. I'm with Erica. quit stunting. Everybody has had business calls. Shut the fuck up. This is a vacation. This is vacation. Shut up with the business calls. Listen, then they all get out, they do their shopping. Amanda is like, once again, she got this like snotty, oh, there's a Sedona. Sedona has a shopping scene. Yeah, just because everything's not dripping in labels. Yeah, they have a shopping scene. I mean, it's probably small businesses that have lovely, gorgeous handmade products, I would think. So, and obviously there's a Sedona shopping scene because these ladies are dropping like thousands of dollars on crystals and jewelry. So yes, there is. And we see that Rachel realizes just how exhausting a relationship would be, or a friendship would be, with Amanda. They go into that coffee shop, and it seems like Amanda wants to get a matcha. Is it ceremonial grade? And do you do this and do you do that? Okay, listen, I get asking a lot of questions if you're gluten-free. I get that, but her tone is always so like condescending. Like, it gives like, I'm better than you, or it gives condescending. I just don't like her at all. So they're on their way home, and here's another reason. Like, they're looking out the window and it's beautiful scenery. And Bose is taking a video, probably a video. And Amanda's like, if you clean your screen and go cinematic, it would be better. Bose is like, no, I'm okay. That's okay. If you would clean your screen and go cinematic, it would be better. It's just the way, like, she could have said that differently. First of all, you don't need to be telling somebody, clean your screen. She could have left that out, and she could have said it a different way, and it wouldn't sound so shitty. Everything that she says is shitty, and her faces and the reaction, it's shitty. Okay, so that night, when I make my notes and I put like a little stars, like that's the next, scene. I have dinner at Shoney's at the airport. Listen, dinner at Shoney's at the airport. Here's the thing. Yeah, I completely, once again, agree with Erica. Dinner at the airport? If you don't got the money, like, honestly, if you don't have the money, Sutton Brown, don't. Dinner at Shoney's at the airport. So Sutton, Amanda says to Sutton, listen, it seems like you were mad at me this morning. And I thought that maybe last night had carried over into today and you'd taken out on me. And she was like, listen, that wasn't me being mean. I was just agitated. You'll know when I wasn't mad at you. That was just me being agitated. You'll know when I'm mad. You'll know when I'm mad at you. And Amanda says something like, so you weren't mad about Avi. And Sutton, off camera in confessional, is like, I know what she's doing. She's not bringing this up to like, because she's concerned or she wants to be my friend. She's doing this to get attention. That's exactly what she's doing. She's doing this to get attention and start the drama, so she has a little, so she has a storyline or something. After that, listen, Sutton goes off. And I'm going to include a video, but I'm going to put the video right here.
Y'all, I'm not talking about it. Right. That's it. And I'm not talking about it again. You may talk about it amongst yourselves. Do not include me in conversations about him. Is that clear?
Oh.
Okay? Crystal. Oh, yeah. We heard you loud and clear, son.
Girl. Now listen, that's the old Sutton. Remember? That's the old Sutton. And more went down between her and Avi than she's letting on. And you're absolutely right, Erica, because Erica was like, listen, when you act like that, it makes it seem like there's more to this that you're not telling us. And the ladies are like, but this doesn't sound like something Avi would do or would say. Whoever thought, if you were to tell me that Erica was coming to Sutton's defense and having her back, you could knock me over with a feather. And Sutton starts crying. Oh, listen, this has nothing to do with it. Maybe I shouldn't have had all that cheese. I'm not feeling so great right now. It's the combination of the honey goat cheese and the cranberry cheese made in England that's not affecting me so well right now. Okay. In case you wanted to know, Son was crying and I ate way too much cheese. And listen, Erica in confessional, she's right. Amanda came off as gossipy. She didn't come off as caring. She came off as gossipy. She didn't want to be Erica. She didn't want to be Sutton's friend. She was doing that for attention. So all the ladies, like Erica had said something to have her back. Rachel said something. In both of those times, Sutton didn't snap. Sutton was accepting of what they were saying. Jennifer Tilly starts to talk and Sutton immediately snaps at her. Like, that's enough. Immediately snaps at her. And this is the third time now this season. Because the first time was at Sutton's house when Sutton was like, don't mock me. And then another time was when? Oh, was on the plane when Jennifer had said something like, oh, I would expect the host to be here before me, or I don't know, something like that. And Sutton was like, why do you have to start with me? And then this time. So, fuck that, fuck you, Sutton, with the disrespecting of Jennifer Tilly. Listen, she's been your friend. She's been putting up with your shit for longer than any of these women. And now all of a sudden, you guys start snapping at her? Listen, there's a lot more people that know Jennifer Tilly than know you. Listen, the only people that know Sutton is people that watch this show. If you go out onto the street and you say Sutton Strack or Sutton Brown, if they're not Bravoholics, they don't know Sutton. But if you went out on the street and you said Jennifer Tilly, more people would probably be likely to know Jennifer Tilly than to know you. You're not watching this, but that's the face. So Jennifer gets up and walks away and goes to the bathroom with Kyle. And she's talking to Kyle. And Jennifer made a great analogy. Like a stone if it's a stone, and I'm so mad It's the stone and the water. Like, a stone can keep getting can keep getting water dropped on it. You know, drop after drop after drop. But eventually, there's going to be, that water is going to bore a hole into the stone. And something's going to give. You can only act like that towards somebody for so long. And then eventually the dam is going to break. And they're going to say, fuck it, I can't keep taking this. And that's what Jennifer needs to do. You know, and she said to Kyle, this is probably one of the reasons why Garcelle left. Now, we know the real reason. We know the full reason why she left. But Jennifer had said, all of it has to be about Sutton. It has to all be about Sutton. And Kyle's like, in confessional, she's like, I can't believe that Jennifer would be saying this about Sutton. They're best friends. Okay. So have you never had so in the history of best friends, there's never been a time when one best friend has pissed off another one and they speak up and they say something? Why is it so unbelievable? You know? And in that moment, when she said that, I thought, listen, Kyle is going to go back to her and be like, oh, you know what Jennifer said about you? And I was right, because next week it looks like next week, yeah, Kyle's like, well, you know what Jennifer said about you? Oh, did she? So all the ladies, everybody's back at the table. It didn't look like Jennifer was, but all the ladies are back at the table and they're all saying about how, you know, hey, you're amazing and, you know, we love you and blah, blah, blah. Everybody had her back and she's smiling now and she's happy. She's not crying, you know, and she was so happy. But here's the thing. You couldn't even give a whiff of an apology to Jennifer. You know? Everyone else at that table could talk and could give you advice. But second that Jennifer did, you had to snap at her. And just like last year at the finale, when, you know, when Garcelle was upset, what did she do? Sutton did the same thing. Sutton stayed there with these women who she wants to, you know, who she thinks are the cool kids. And she stayed there instead of going and checking on her friend. You know, it's the same time. She had to sit at that table and she had to sit there at the table and act like she was a victim. And Jennifer told Kyle, I don't like being snapped at. We give her a pass because she's fragile. Because she's so fragile. Listen, in my opinion, everybody got shit going on. Some people might bring it to the surface. Some people might hide it. Everybody got shit going on. So why are you the victim? Why does everybody have to handle you with kid gloves? You can snap on other people, but nobody can do it to you. And then in the end, she's getting exactly what she wanted. She's getting exactly what she wanted. She wants everybody, she started crying and she wants everybody to be all like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you okay? And can't even bother with checking on her friend, her best friend, who's stuck by her for years and years before these women were even in the picture, before she even knew them. The disrespect of Jennifer Tilly. No, listen. Garcelle was right to get out of that friendship. And if Jennifer Tilly knew any better, she would get out of that friendship as well. get Sutton Brown, Sutton Strack, whatever, off the show and put Jennifer Tilly on full time. And I know I am not alone when I say that. Okay, so listen, in the comments, if you watched, let me know what you thought. If nobody told you yet today, you're loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world. So it comes right back at you. Please spread kindness. Also, please be aware of your surroundings, be smart and safe. Let us hydrate with some water. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy your way so you make it through. I'm going to the bathroom because I ate too much cheese. So I will see you tomorrow for Sister Wives. Bye. Bye.